Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Royce. I am your runner, and as long as this live stream is working and I'm not having massive technical difficulties, I was going to blame it on technical difficulties, but I was being lazy. I didn't want to go live right away. I am here with special guest Jason Mlak from Division Airsoft, and I was going to try to play Airsoft this weekend, but that's not going to be a thing because apparently the weather is supposed to get really bad. I may still go play on Sunday, depending if anything is open. If anything's open on Sunday, I may still actually give it a shot.
That's going to be the key. Sunday because Airheads has already announced that they closed.
Yeah. So, and guys, don't forget, if you would do me a massive favor, go down in the links in the description and support all the people that I support down below, as well as go check out my other channel, A Drink with Crazy, where we talk about movies, TV, and gaming. And also, we're going to talk for about 45 minutes between us, have a good airsoft discussion, hopefully give everybody some insights on some stuff. And after that, the floor is all yours. So at about the 45-minute mark, we turn it over to you guys. And any questions you guys have and you guys want to ask, feel free to ask. And I think that's all the plugs that I have to do. Oh, yeah, by the way, subscribe and ring the notification bell because that's what you're supposed to do on YouTube. And if you don't know this in 2020, I don't know how to help you. That's a level of money that I'm not willing to spend on you people. And with all of that out of the way, this is my special guest, Jason Mlak from Division Airsoft, rocking his Division hat. And Jason, say hi to the people, introduce yourself, and give us a background on how you got into Airsoft.
So my name is Jason Mlak. My Airsoft story starts with me playing paintball.
As a lot of people's did.
So I started playing paintball in August of 2002.
Lipstick?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you sure?
Yes.
Make them lips. Sorry. I got so much stuff over here.
August of 2002. Moved back in Hawaii, of all places, too. Moved back to Denver, got hooked up with APC, playing paintball. My oldest son, Lucas, who is now a ref at APC Outdoor.
Yeah. I lit him the hell up.
Yeah, in the throat.
That felt so bad.
He actually wanted to play Airsoft versus paintball. And I started playing Airsoft to start spending more time with my son.
Oh.
So.
Wow. That's literally like the best reason to play Airsoft that I've probably heard on the channel. Because most people are like, I got into it, a buddy of mine, or I saw some videos. Nope. And you're just like, no, my boy, that's awesome.
Son wanted to play Airsoft, and I was like reluctant because coming from a paintballer background is like, that doesn't, what, you know, but.
It's a totally different game, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. It's a different dynamic. I personally feel that if you're going to want to play the competitive side, I think paintball is the way to go.
Yes. For
competitive, but like if you want to just go out and hang out with your buddies and shoot some people and have some fun at it, Airsoft is the way to go.
I do like the milsim aspect of it, where you get up for like a full day and you're like objectives and all that stuff. Because I know paintball has some of that.
Had that. It's not. It's not nearly as big as it used to be.
There was a game, and I can't remember. That guy was telling me about it years ago, but it was like this big, like it was like a UFO event, alien event out in like the desert of like Utah or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, he was describing it to me. It's freaking crazy. And there's been some really cool events that paintball has done, but it seems like Airsoft just kind of slid into that and just kind of.
Yep, and took that little niche over the recreational.
Which is fine, you know. I mean, because I will say this, dude. I've actually watched some paintball tournaments and stuff, and those are really, really fun. Did you sure hold those guys? I mean, it's awesome. Actually, my old boss, Carlos, he was sponsored for I actually think he still is. And he goes out and coaches when he can. He actually has a play style that is hyperly aggressive. They actually learned from a Russian team like 15 years ago or something like that. It's crazy.
I wonder what his name is because I might know him depending on when he played.
Okay, yeah, I'd have to touch base with him. I'll text him after this. But yeah, no, he's gotten into and like I said, Airsoft is a very, very different thing. And one of the things that Airsoft has, that paintball has, but it's totally different, is Airsoft Teams, and that's why you're here.
Yes, that is why I'm here.
Well, and you know, I tell everybody, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly for this one, because there's I relate airsoft teams to like being in a band because I was in a band for a lot of years, and part of the reason I won't be on a team.
That's what you said.
It's not.
That's what you were saying.
It's not my thing, but there's a lot of people that love it. There's a lot of people that think it's fun, and so you guys, I kind of met you guys when before you were more of a formal team, but I met Division when you guys were just kind of like buddies, kind of doing it.
Yeah.
And I've watched you guys change over the last like year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
So how did you guys go from this kind of like informal just group of buddies that were like, yeah, we're going to call ourselves a name to like what you are now? Because you guys have really changed. You guys are now hosting events. How did that transition happen?
So it really all started when we pretty much hung out at APC all the time, APC Outdoor.
Yes.
Myself, Gabriel, and a few other guys were playing. We weren't even a team yet. And some kids came up from FAF during their season where they're closed.
Bring your volume down just a little bit in your voice.
Right.
Sorry. These are really good. So
I can leave that a little bit.
You're good.
Anyways, they came in and, we played them, and they didn't win. They didn't win the objective, but at the same time, I'd say they lost in roundabout. But one of our guys that we were friends with, that played with us every weekend, went down to FAF like the next weekend, and the kid was bragging about, hey, we kicked your team's butt, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
So at that moment, we actually decided to make a team.
Oh, okay.
That's how Division first came apart.
Okay.
And that's Daniel, and he actually just had a little girl, his third kid.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Congratulations to Daniel.
Yep. So after that, we went and played. Our first event was a Titan Towns of the East in 2019.
Okay.
Was kind of our first event. There was.
Is that after I met you guys?
No, that's before.
I was gonna say that must have been like right before.
Yeah, there was a few months before.
Okay.
And then we just always hung out. Like I said, we just played at APC. We played against each other, played against whoever was out there. And it kind of came. Then after that, we just picked up Jai from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He came in for Tennessee. We were playing. We met you guys. We played against like Zeb's going away party.
Yeah, that sucked because I had to work that day. I actually think the reason Zeb's going away party was out there was because I went out. I was looking for other fields at the time, and I was like, well, APC, I've heard a couple people talk about it, and so I went out there, and that's when I met all of you guys, and I think I got a couple of the Russians.
I think some of the Russians,
yeah,
and what is it, CXP or?
No. Well, one of the guys was on CX as well as the Russians, so you kind of had. I think a couple of guys were actually like in between the two, and so all guys that love spending way more money than I do. But they all came out, and I remember that day, and we took some videos and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, you guys were like commenting like, "Hey, thanks for coming out, and thanks for doing video of the field that we play at."
Yeah,
that was a good day. I remember that day. That was a fun day.
Yep. So from there, let's see, we went to American Milsim's Copperhead 5.
Oh yeah,
the five of us. It was myself, Gabriel, Bryson, Jai, and Daniel. Went and played Copperhead.
Yeah.
Once we came back, shortly after we came back, we picked up.
This video is gonna get copyright stricken. Hold on, I need to go. That will be highly copyright stricken.
Go ahead.
Just a minute. Hold on. Yes.
Yes, I am very loud. It was not 2018, Gabriel.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. I was making comments back to their comments.
Yes. Yeah, sorry.
I was filling in space.
I was like, Disney will nuke my channel from orbit. Disney has space lasers. I am convinced that Disney and Google have competing space lasers. It's not the Rona. Ash has been falling at my house and smoke. Like literally, like a good chunk of Colorado is on fire right now, and the ash and smoke has been just destroying my family's lungs for a month.
I know, it's horrible.
Oh man. I went out and started the truck the other morning, and I opened up the door, and I kind of whiffs, and I was like, and so I started the truck, because I don't jump in the truck, I didn't need to turn the key, and I closed the door, and all the ash from the ground and from the truck just went in the air, and I was like, oh, great. That's a wonderful way to start 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so you guys did a tight mill sim, and then from there
We went to Copperhead.
Yes.
Once we came back from Copperhead, we picked up Jonathan, which is Bear.
Yes.
And we had a couple other guys that we kind of had picked up along the way. And our biggest philosophy is we want to be a family versus a team.
Right.
And I think that's what kind of makes is making it successful. And then we went and played Republic Airsoft with Marcelo.
Yeah. I still have to get down there. I have been to their last 2 fields. I went to both LZ Airsoft fields, grabbed video from both of them, and sadly we kind of know how that worked out. I need to get down to Republic for those guys.
We are going down on the 21st of November to play.
I will try. Keep me updated on that because
there's a little bit more I can tell you. I won't announce it over the air, but there's a little bit more that I can tell you.
Yeah, no, you're cool. I'm just gonna go shoot plastic at like probably nothing because that's usually how I do.
But so we went and played at Republic, and
sorry, it's so dangerous. But now you understand why I always freak out. Like
very close, and the dog doesn't care about the camera.
Oh no, not
it's
at
oblivious to it.
No, not at all. And she's sniffing it. Sorry, go on.
We went and played at Republic against Ross from RDD Airsoft Works and Matt from Big Red. And
which, by the way, both of those guys are down in the description below, and they are part of the people that I support and you should support too. So go support those guys.
We went and played. We pretty much played against them.
Yes.
And like, not to be cocky or anything like that, we definitely dominated that day. Them and against like Unfortunate Sons, Tyler Skylar's old team.
Yeah. No. I know the Unsons. I know.
Yeah, the Unsons. There was.
I knew them before you guys knew them. That's okay. I'm gonna throw this out there, not to be cocky.
Yeah.
I literally knew everybody that everybody knows before everybody knew them, with the exception of like the old guard, and a lot of the old guard doesn't really play that much anymore. But yeah, I kind of that happened.
Yeah. And then we kind of we kind of dominated that day, and our teamwork was on point, our communication was on point, as far as securing. They have what they call a shoot house.
Yeah.
And when we were there, they ran it as like attack and defend. So you got like 10 minutes to defend it, and you got 10 minutes to attack it. Well, we defended it, and when we assaulted it, we won both times.
Yeah. I've been in games like that. I've also been on the other end of games like that where you just get royally screwed.
Royally, yeah. Like you're like, what the hell did I do wrong?
Just something like we used to do like at this field that I started my channel at, and that field doesn't exist anymore. I've been management on that one. It could have existed and it could have been very good, but no, we had I used to like to call it no.
Oh, you're not gonna say it?
No, and I don't like calling stuff out. But anyway, so
that's my phone.
But I also need to make sure the stream is going still. But no, the we call it slaughterhouse, and we'd send 3 people in, and all it did was take a tap to get back into it. But it was like it was like 3 on like 26 is usually how it like stacked up. So it was insane. So BBs were just flying in like at all times. I mean, it was a really good, but like, I mean, you were moving, you were like, and basically it just took like, there were a couple of key positions you had to hold, like 2 guys had to hold these windows, and one guy just had to like run back and forth, clear like 2 windows and then revive people. And there are a couple of people that actually won that one. So games like that are fun.
Yeah.
But so it was 3 on 26 for like 15 minutes. We had to do it for 15, which, by the way, when you have 26 people shooting into a small room,
it gets crazy.
That's insane.
Yes.
So go on.
So after that, we picked up Matt from Big Red.
See.
He was kind of impressed with our teamwork and communication, and it's kind of what he was looking for. He said, "So we kind of
as Big Red do."
Yeah, Big Red does. Yep. And shortly thereafter, Ross kind of fell into play with us, and we picked up a few other guys. Since then, like Sons disbanded or Ray.
Well, they had some people move out. They had some people move, and then work schedules got busy, and then and then Skylar is doing awesome with his Mr. Grimm Twitch right now, and so timing and life.
Yeah, life happens.
Life happens.
So like we've got Ray, we've got a couple other guys. We actually just picked up another paintballer. His name's Kyle. Who actually we met through at Dynamic. And let me tell you, Kyle runs everywhere. This kid does not stop, like running. He is 30 years old and will not stop running.
30?
Yeah. Oh. I call him a kid because he's still younger than me.
I'm 28 and I'm so out of shape. It's ridiculous. Well, everybody makes fun of me because I'm a runner. Yeah. Right. But
you don't hardly run. No. Neither do I.
Well, you know what the term is though, and you know why my logo is a spade.
No.
Runner is actually a poker term. And I love Texas Hold'em. And so it's a play on that. So nobody's gotten it yet.
All right.
Like I've told a couple people.
Now you just let the cat out of the bag.
Well, yeah, to these folk, but you know they're not going to tell nobody, or they're going to tell everybody.
Yeah.
Like, why are you like shooting poker cards at people? Like we're supposed to be playing Airsoft.
So it's kind of after that. It was we were still this like a group of buddies. Like when it first, then what it was is like it really came together. I would say November, December of last year.
Okay.
So about a year ago, where everything just kicked in. Like we went and played at FATH one day where like we did the uniform. Like, hey, this is our uniform. And then after that, it just kind of blew up after that. Like, people started recognizing us because like we were all in the same uniform, stuff like that.
I've heard you've been recognized good and bad.
Yes, we have. So
but we'll get into that later. But no, and I say that one to give you shit.
Yes.
And two, to give you shit.
That's fine.
Like, no, because here's the thing is I know you guys, and when people say stuff, I'm just like, no.
There's always going to be the haters.
See.
There's always going to be the haters.
I've got a channel of like 400 people that hate me. I don't know how that works. But.
Yeah. And, it's all good. We recovered from the situation.
Yes.
And I would say we came out stronger in the situation than we did before.
Yes.
But it all fell together. Like we started doing the uniforms, and like I said, we kind of we run the team as more of a philosophy as we're a family versus a team. We still have like the guys who already have families, or they just kind of do their, they just kind of want to come and play and be the buddy system. But there's the core of us who have that we pretty much spend every weekend together.
Yeah.
Like Matt, myself, Matt, John, Cameron.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pockets joined you guys too. I totally forgot about that. How did I forget about that?
Yeah,
because literally we were just referencing. Anyway,
so like we literally spend every weekend at Matt's house.
Yeah.
To the point where like during
no, and they tell me all the time. They're like, "Hey, dude, like we got stuff going on Friday nights. Like, why don't you come over?" And I'm just like, "Cause well, one, like I appreciate the open invite, which is cool, but two, like I got crap going on."
Yeah. So we pretty much
predominantly this is going on.
Yeah. No, I got you. That's actually funny because Matt and John and probably Cameron are all at Matt's house right now.
Yeah.
Like I have no doubt about it.
All right.
So like it's kind of when it started falling together, and then I pretty much ran Chernobyl last year when you played in it.
Actually, you're the person that reached out to me and kind of got me in connections with the sponsorship of all that.
Yeah. So same kind of concept, so like I already knew how to write the missions. I already knew all the basics. And then Big Mike, the owner of Dynamic, reached out to us, said, hey, or reached out to me, and then kind of came through the team that, hey, I want to bring Airsoft out to the field. Do you think you could help kind of bring things out and whatnot? So we kind of came up with the Operation Freedom.
I actually just posted part 3 this last week, so you guys should go check out my Operation Freedom videos. All 3 of those are up right now. They're fun game.
Yeah, and a lot of people are asking when we're doing it again.
Yes.
And we have
your marketing sucked.
Well,
you're gonna do another one. I need to know about it ahead of time, and we need to promo that crap here.
We are going to do another one.
We don't pay attention to the chat right now. I tell everybody we talk for 45 minutes and have good conversation, and then after that, then we go to the chat and we answer questions.
This is Cameron, anyways.
Oh, I know who it is. I know.
So we did Freedom. A lot of people are asking. We're going to do a second one. Mm-hmm. The timeline of it is going to be like late February, early March.
Okay.
We actually have a team meeting scheduled to kind of discuss more topics and kind of more finesse or more details of the game. But we are doing a second one, and it's going to, as of right now, I believe it's going to be at Dynamic again.
Looks like they're doing some work at that field. So you guys just over the course of the last about year or so have really grown into something beyond just kind of a team. You guys are definitely have some branding out there. You guys have the event promotion side of it.
Yep.
Obviously, Ross and Big Red are with you guys too, which, so, I mean, you'll see, Big Red Airsoft and RDD Airsoft Works at any division event pretty much.
Yep.
So that's going for you guys. And, you guys have had, a lot of success with the team. And I think that all of that covers kind of like the good part of being on a team is you kind of have developed this brotherhood. You've kind of developed this family, as you call it.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
That's
you've developed all that. And then, on top of that, you guys have someone to chill with, to hang out with every weekend and go play Airsoft with every weekend and so on. And so, one of the things that and this is kind of like my thing, and basically everything we're about to get into from now on is part of the reasons I just don't do teams, because I was in a band in the past, and every time I talk to a team or somebody who's on a team, I talk with lots of people who've been on teams, who are actively on teams, who are not on teams, or blah, 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 whatever. And I hear all of the things that happened when I was in a band. And that was a very stressful time in my life. Being in a band is not for the faint of heart. And so one of the things that I want to talk about, okay, so what are some of because there's the good, the bad, the ugly. What are some of the bad moments? So those moments, those bad ones, not the worst ones.
I would say the bad is kind of like when we disagree with internally. Mm-hmm. I mean, but there's roughly about, there's probably about close to 18 of us total in division.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit. That's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah. We've got probably 8. Actually, I'd say about 10 of those are active. We play almost twice a weekend twice a weekend or more. And then we got some of the guys who come and play 1 week in a month type stuff.
Right.
Every other month, stuff like that. So with 18 people, obviously everybody's going to kind of have a different opinion on what we should do, where we should go type thing. We kind of structured the team as we have 5 people basically, which we call leadership. Mm-hmm. So when we vote for team, the leadership votes, whether or not we propose it even to an option to the team. If it passes, we kind of suggest it to the team, and the team's able to. Everybody has a say. So say if we were going to recruit, say you, okay. I'm just using this as an example because you're sitting right in front of me. The team.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, stranger danger. Sure.
Stop it.
The team kind of has its say first before it kind of comes back to us as leadership, and whether or not they want to, if you vibe, chill with, mm-hmm. we don't want the conflict of interest, the conflict internally with the team. We've been approached by several people out there who like want to be part of the team, but it's like you're not gonna fit. I already know right now you're not going to fit. I'm like, so we kind of do the motion and then.
Well, see, and that kind of can reflect bad out in the community because they're like, well, I wanted to be on there. Well, these guys just think they're too good for everybody, and because I've heard it. Trust me.
No, I get it.
Because keep in mind, dude, I've been like I had to take a break for an extensive period of time, not for anything other than just life.
Yeah,
like crap. Like work was crazy, then not work, and then getting back on my feet, and then all that, and then like this is like my return to normalcy. This is And so, but I've kept my ear to the ground and stuff like that. And that's just one of those things, that you do hear is, I've had a couple of people that I've heard through the grapevine, just like, oh, yeah, no, they want to talk smack because, well, we didn't want on the team, this, that, and the other thing. Not division specifically. Yeah. I also know several other teams in Colorado as well. And that can be a thing is you're like, dude, like, I know if you're on this team, one of our members is going to punch you in the face. Yeah. And then, so that it does absolutely be a part of the bad because nobody wants to admit, well, hey, maybe I got a character flaw. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I can't get on this team. Well, those guys are just a bunch of a-holes. Not me.
No, I totally get it. And so far we haven't had that issue happen to us where we've turned somebody down or kicked them off the team and they've had to, turn around and talk shit back to us, or about us or whatever. Yeah. So far, we've been lucky to have that. Mm-hmm. We did have some members fall off before like we picked up Matt. So this would probably be last summer.
I was going to say that's been a hot minute because I played with you guys. Well, let's see. You guys picked up Matt and Ross because I played with you guys in April.
That was October, November.
I played with you guys in April, and I hadn't played in like a while. I hadn't played since like December, and
it was like summer last year. It was around the summer of last year. We had a couple guys fall off, and they have since then created their own team, and they're trying to do their own thing out of APC.
Okay.
So nothing. No ill will to them. I mean, they're doing their thing.
So, actually, that's a question that I haven't even thought about. How does field, like, when you guys are in a team, especially when you guys are developing a brand, because you guys aren't just a team. Like, you guys are a team, but you guys are also now dipping your toe into event promotion. Mm-hmm. You guys are also dipping your toe into, like, merch. I don't know if people are, like, going to be, like, able to purchase your hats or anything. I have no idea where that's going to go. And I just... Because usually what I see is, hey, like we're doing this stuff, and then you guys have done giveaways and all this stuff. So you guys are working your way into a brand. You're not just a team anymore. You're working into a brand. And so how does that work when it comes to field loyalty?
Well, we kind of
there for a while, like I know you guys were very loyal to like one field, and now you guys are like bouncing around and hopping around. How does that work? How do your members deal with that? Like, no, like this is our field. Like, did you have those discussions? Did you have those conversations?
So APC, we were playing at APC because we pretty much ran APC as far as Airsoft.
Right.
We weren't playing at Go Airheads because according to their website, their chrono limits, like the AEG that I bought that shot 400 or 1.5 was jacked up.
And guess who got those guys to go over there? And guess who was the guy to explain the rule set? I remember that day. Yeah. Because you were like, dude, because you guys were standing. I'm like, no, you guys are fine. And you guys are standing there, and they're like, and here's the thing that they miss, right? Uh-huh. And this is what I love about Airheads. And I don't like how they explain it. Is they say, all, airsoft guns will be chronoed with a 0.32 gram. Yeah. And then, like 2 rules later, they will say all airsoft guns have to chrono at this FPS limit, which is like
it's like 310.
I don't know. I do joules. I don't function in FPS.
Something low. It's something low.
And dude, there's 4 of you guys behind me, and you go, we have to leave. And no, it's that FPS limit with a 3.2 gram BB. And you guys were like,
okay, that makes sense.
You guys were like, wait, wait, why didn't they just say that? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I remember there was 5 years. I remember turning around during the rule brief, and I was like, stop, because you guys all looked at each other and like, you were gonna just leave.
We're hot.
We're hot. And I was like, stop. No, because if that were the case, Wilson, my 1 Joule MP5, would be hot for that field.
Yeah.
So anyway, go on.
But since then,
field loyalty, the brand growing.
we really, honestly, like we really don't have one. Like we try to spread the love across all the fields. So like we go down and play at FAF. We go down and play. We play at Airheads.
I actually need to get back to FAF because I'm
they're
sponsored by Fox.
Their season they were open back up on the 7th, which is like 2 weekends away, or not including this weekend. But
so many things I don't know. Wow, I've been out of it for a long time. Go on.
Yeah. So we jump around. Right now we are playing a lot at Dynamic, trying to help Dynamic bring in Airsoft.
I have noticed that.
So last weekend was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. They had the owner's son, is autistic, and he does a paintball event every year. It's like, I think this one was the 16th annual one, where he has a big paint. But it used to be a tournament. He's kind of turned it into just a large event, and we were asked to have a booth out there of Airsoft, just answer Airsoft questions.
Wait, was that when you guys were doing the buy-sell trade?
No, this was last weekend.
When was the buy-sell trade?
The weekend before. So yes,
I'm really busy lately. I'm realizing. Like,
yeah. So
I can't catch a break.
So Matt, John, Cameron, Raymond. I think that was it. Really, they kind of were out there, and they had a booth. Had like 4 tables with all our guns, like a whole bunch of guns out there. They were taking guys on the field, letting them shoot guns, answering questions.
I feel like if you guys are showing new people to the sport your stuff, that's highly not representative of what they're going to buy.
Yes.
Because I know what you guys run, because I run stuff very similar.
Like we tell them like, this is a fully upgraded gun, but like they're able
By
to
the
go.
way, I'm letting you use the G word a lot.
What am I?
The G word.
Oh, I don't know what I'm.
The gun word.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why. Actually, if you know the replica.
Replica. Okay. So, we go out there, we show them, answer questions. We let them shoot the replica type thing. Most of these guys haven't even shot a Airsoft replica.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard. It took me 6 months to train myself to do it that quick.
So most of these guys haven't shot one. And like the range of a Airsoft replica versus a paintball marker.
Hey,
like that one I'm used to. That one I'm used to.
Yeah, you get it. But that's it's the
the
you
exact
get
same
it though.
thing.
Yep.
Is like the Airsoft will outrange paintball every day of the week. I mean, I can go turn my hop off and still outrange a paintball gun. So like they get out there and they try it and they're liking it. I mean, not to mention it's cheaper and B, cleaner than paintball. But like I said, we go back to, as we were kind of talking earlier, that if you're going to be competitive, paintball is more of the scene to be in, versus if you want to go do, play G.I. Joe, for lack of better words, where Airsoft's more of the scene to be into.
I will say this, for me personally, it was always the price. And I know a lot of people, especially like you guys, because you guys all spend stupid money on this stuff. Like, and you know me, like I am the budget softer. Like, because everybody's like, because it is somewhat of a myth that Airsoft is cheaper than paintball for you guys. For me, it is not, because for me, I literally, when I drop the number that I have spent on Airsoft in the last, I guess, 3 years at 3 years at this point, and I kind of took like a long stint off. I have not spent as much as some of you guys have on nods.
I do not have
and
nods.
And the cheap nods. No,
I
not you.
Nods.
Other people that we know. But like, I'm literally like, there are people out there who have spent more on their kit that they wear every weekend on the field than I have in 3 years of airsoft. And what I mean by that is I am still in 3 years of playing airsoft. And this includes field admission and BBs that I've had to purchase. I think I am barely over $2,000. Barely. Paintball, you could not do that with.
No.
There's not even on the cheap side
So
of paintball.
tournament
Could
paintball.
you do that?
Well, let's throw it this way: the guys at APC playing tournament paintball every weekend, playing 2 days a weekend. APC has a deal basically where they buy one case of paint for $55, and they buy their second case of paint for $45. So it's $100 a weekend, and that includes their field fee. And then you've got guys out there both Saturday and Sunday dropping $100 a weekend, or $200 basically a weekend, and they're out there
$5,000 a year,
and they're out there both Saturday and Sunday each month, every weekend, every month.
That's insane. See, and that's where like again, I'm the budget softer.
Yeah.
I do that.
So that goes back to paintball is more expensive than airsoft.
Yes, hands down. Now, when you guys do what you guys do, no. Well, no, because you guys still aren't spending that.
No,
I mean, even if you're just going, even just at $50 a weekend, it's just more expensive. The markers are more expensive. The paint is more expensive. And in many cases, the gear itself, especially when you want to get, because I've talked to people who get like
i5s are about $200.
My boss, my old boss, and he still comes over here. He's a friend at this point, and it's weird. He's the only person in my work life that's crossed over into my personal, because I don't do that. But he was telling me he had this mask, and the mask that he has, the bottom part that covered his face was like foldable, because in paintball it only counts if it breaks.
That's a JT ProFlex.
Okay.
I still run a JT ProFlex when I play paintball.
Okay. And because he's like, because if it don't break, it don't count.
Yeah, it's a soft silicone rubber.
Yeah. And so but anyway, so that's one of the things that, it really is a lot less expensive to do this. Let me look here. Okay. We have had a good conversation about the good and the bad, but we need to get into the ugly.
All right. Ugly.
The ugly. So in running a team, there are going to be some things that you guys come up against. As a team, I have known many teams out there, and I have heard plenty of the negative. And the sad part, everybody's like, oh, this team, that team, that. And again, I know 6? Yes.
6 what?
6 teams.
Okay.
I know about 6. Wait, a few of them might not be current anymore. Anyway, in my 3 years, I've known about 6 teams, and they were all very serious. They have all high-dollar gear. And I have heard from many people, and again, I've known 6 teams. I've heard other teams that I know people in talk some mad stuff about other teams that I know people in. Because I am that guy that apparently knows everybody in Colorado. I don't know how that works, and so what I'm getting at is the reputation, the bad reputation, the ugly side of being in a team is if you have a guy rocking your patch and he has a bad day on the field, and we don't have to name names or reference anything here, but if you get one guy that references that has a bad day on the field, the whole team takes the hit for that.
Correct.
And you guys do gain a reputation for that.
And we...
What is that? What is that like? What is dealing with that like on the field?
So, unfortunately, we were in a situation just like that.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Luckily, well, it didn't help that it hit right as Corona hit. It happened right as Corona happened, because that was like the last weekend that Go Aheads was open, and then they closed for Corona. So that said video got circulated around. Last I saw, it had like 700K views. And no one was playing.
I know who did it.
Oh yeah, we know, and I'm trying not to give them any attention.
I don't talk about that person. I think that he is highly never met him myself personally. I know people who do know him in person though, but I think any channels like that are highly destructive to the airsoft.
I think the negativity is destructive. Yes,
that's why you'll never see it on my channel.
And you got standards and I can't think of the words.
That's also why my channel will probably never grow past 1,000.
It will. Probably over time.
I doubt it.
So we hit it. It happened. It circled. Corona happened. All these videos got circulated. Everybody's because you can't play, so everybody's gonna watch these videos. And yep, this video pops up. So a month after it had happened, we had another.
Daddy's trying to be YouTube famous. Shush.
That's not me.
Trying to be YouTube famous.
I don't know. What am I going to tell my kids? I don't know. They're my kids.
Another team in Colorado, which doesn't even we had nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's when you go.
Yeah. We had nothing to do with
You're just more of a boom. Mine is more of a thwang.
We we don't even play at the same field as this other team does. Saw the video, and they started basically attacking us on Instagram. To be the best way to describe it, post after post after post after post. I still get their comments on our Instagram, talking trash. And we've kind of took the stance.
There are only 3 teams that I know of in Colorado that are on Instagram.
You probably don't even know this team.
I would be surprised. I might not know anybody on that team, but I think I know the one you're talking about. Go on. Anyway.
If anything, you've heard it from us, or by chance. But
we'll talk afterwards. Let's drop names afterwards because that's the biggest thing. Is I don't want to drop names here.
Yeah, no, I don't. Well, anyways, they started basically attacking us. When we kind of as a team talked and decided to not to comment or try to defend ourselves, just kind of ignore them, and that's kind of what we did. There was some scare that some of us were talking about wanting to rebrand ourselves, basically change our names, whatever, because we don't know if we're going to be able to, if the team is going to take a hit. And sadly, going back to Ugly, we have Ross, who owns RDD Airsoft Works. We have Ross on our team.
I heard about this.
RDD Airsoft Works has lost customers because of that video.
I heard about that.
Matt, we have Matt. We don't have Big Red Airsoft, but we have Matt, and he kind of got a little backlash from it. But at the same time, we had a bad day on the field. That's basically what it boiled down to. We had a bad day. It got caught on video.
You know what though, and here's the problem: is I know who caught you guys on video. I'm aware of this person. You know what the crap part is whether or not you guys would have had a bad day that day. I know. I know this person. He will selectively edit.
I know.
He will.
Trust me, I've seen it.
He would have selectively edited anything, and you guys would have looked bad anyway.
Well, here's the thing though, because and then the Corona hit, so there wasn't a video the next week, the next 2 weeks or whatever, so that the one video that started circulating, type thing. But like I said, there was some we had the debate on whether we should disband division and make another team, something else, because he was going to tarnish our reputation or whatnot. But we didn't. We decided to hold fast with our team. We decided.
I heard from one of your members. You guys circled the wagons.
We did. We kind of we circled the wagons. We kind of did our, we held fast. We type thing. We didn't comment. We didn't go back and backlash and turn around and stoop to their level of trash talking. Mm-hmm. And we I feel that we kind of came out stronger for it because there was actually a member who was on our team now that was actually there the day it all went down. Mm-hmm. And he saw the event. He saw how we sucked together as a team. We saw everything, and he actually reached out through us through Facebook, and we actually picked him up. He is now on our team as well.
No, and seeing, like I said, I've heard your guys' side of that specific event, and I'm like, yeah, Yeah, everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Here's the thing. I had a bad day, fairly close to that bad day, but my bad day was at work.
Yeah.
That was a contribution too.
And it's one thing, like when it happened, the member the member of the team went and he apologized. He admitted that he was in the wrong. He served his he took his sentence.
Yeah, he took his lashings.
Yeah, like he never argued about it. He's just like, okay, cool. I'm sorry. I apologize.
And I know that member, and that member is actually one of my very good friends. So, no, and and that's one of the things is, like I said, especially being on a team. Like if I screw up, it's all on me. If I screw up, it's on me, and I got to make it right. And that's one of the things. It's like it's easier to just be responsible for me.
Well, that's all, and that's all that. Like we're all responsible for our own actions, but yes, as a team, we kind of have to serve the sentence. But that didn't stop us from, like I said, we definitely came out stronger from the event than we are then. I mean, because look at us now. I mean, we've got more members. We're promoting. We're doing our own events. I mean, we're going back to go Airheads even on Saturday. So I mean, everything we're there. We're still playing. None of the staff has any problem with us.
You guys were playing on Sunday. I wish somebody would man up and be like, "Yeah, we'll go play in the snow with you."
I'll go play in the snow. Like
Convoy Bebop is going to be here.
Exactly.
Convoy never gets into car. He gets into car like twice a year. Like actually, it's only been once this year.
We actually went and played at FATH like November, December, like right after Ross and Matt joined the team.
Yeah.
We stopped playing with our guns and started throwing snowballs at each other. And it was probably one of the funnest times we've ever had at FATH.
Yeah. Well, and just so I keep us on track here, with all of that being said, it's your show now. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything that you want to ask about Airsoft teams, Airsoft gear, Airsoft replicas, or anything that you want to know, just let us know down in the comments. We are paying full attention to you because, again, this is your show now. This is part of what I do here. And we could go 15 minutes. We could go 30 minutes. I don't want to go another 45 usually because I'm tired because I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning.
At least you don't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, you're funny. I don't have to work. I don't have to get paid for what I do tomorrow. But I'm still going to get up. Hopefully, as long as the ash and the smoke is not here, I'm going to keep working on my driveway extension.
Cameron's telling you to stop being a poor.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell him to stop being a pockets. He knows what that means. He knows. I'll tell you what that means, but he knows. All right. What kind of socks you wearing? White socks.
Smart wool.
I don't know. Fuck socks.
They're
I
smart
think these
wool.
are like the Sam's Club special or something like that.
That's Gabriel.
Oh! You fucker. You fucker.
So speaking of expensive kit, I actually broke down and bought a cry.
Yeah, but like your whole team has. Like literally, that's it. What? Dude, you're like the fourth person to tell me. I broke down and bought a cry, and I'm just like, yeah, because you guys bow down to peer pressure. You guys bow down to peer pressure like a virgin at prom.
It is a tactile bib on me. It is way too small.
Right. What am I buying? Cry. Honestly, I probably won't buy anything cry. I am thinking I do want a second plate carrier because I do want to be able to build my black and gray loadout that I've wanted for years. But the plate carrier that I want, I'm probably going to end up buying I think it's the LBX Armistice 2 because it has similar functionality to the knockoff version of it that I bought. I bought the knockoff version of the Armistice 2, but the problem is because of world events this year, the prices of the knockoffs have gone up.
Yeah.
And so the price difference is like, why not just buy the
real thing?
The real thing. So I'm probably going to buy an Armistice 2 just because I like the functionality. I like what it fits.
I will say that the at Jackal, Ryan and the 38th Mountaineers and John, they were rocking the gray and black.
Here, I'll show you real quick. If you'll watch the chat for me, but I actually, so I play Modern Warfare with my buddies. I don't do.
I know you still haven't accepted my friend request.
It's not there anymore. I went
Yeah,
and looked for
yeah,
it when you told me
okay.
last time. But no, so that's my guy. That's my guy on Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
And I want to build a black and gray loadout off of that pretty much. And that's, I mean, it's simple. It's
Yeah.
nothing crazy. And Cameron actually sent me like all of like the real world
Yeah.
parts.
Cameron is the
Oh yeah.
lack of better words, the gear whore of the team.
Keep in mind, I knew this before you
I
knew
know.
this.
I know.
I have known Cameron since he was 17 years old. Royce, what's your take on? Whoa, hold on. Yeah, I was forced to read. Come on. What's your take on teams, and would you ever join a team? Okay, so my take on teams is that they are definitely flavored for people who want that flavor. I will probably never be on a team. I will absolutely, like, if Division ever went out to like Copperhead, because I know most of the people on Division, and they're like, hey, dude, if you want to come, like, I'll roll with a team for like a weekend. I will not personally set myself to a team because I have been in, again, I have heard from a lot of people, the good, the bad, and the ugly, even more than what we discussed here of teams. And it reminds me of being back in my, my music days, being in a band. And right now, dude, this is what I do. Because here's the thing is if I'm on a team and all of a sudden my team doesn't like the person that I have on the show, that can cause a conflict. And I'm just not going to deal with any of that. And because here's the thing is I don't care. And so for me, if being a part of a team is your flavor, like, do it. I have issues with the uniform thing when it comes to teams. Like, if that's what you guys want to do, go for it. I don't have any issues with it. Obviously, if I'm rolling with you guys to an event, I'm going to wear what I need to wear. That's
For the event,
so I can roll with you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't like this whole like, hey, we're all wearing this weekend. We're all doing this. It turns into a money pit thing. It's very like I'm very independent in what I do in Airsoft right now. And I feel that a team would, if I were to join a team as far as runner is concerned, the channel would deteriorate.
Hey,
the channel would get worse.
if you, we'll tell you like we told like a conversation we had with Matt when he joined the team.
Oh my God, the Illinois Airsofter. What's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Sorry, the Illinois Airsofter. Awesome. I actually found out about him when he was on Airsoftology. He was shouted out by Airsoftology.
Nice.
And he actually found out my channel from somewhere else. No, what's going on, buddy? Oh, I haven't seen you in a minute. We gotta catch up on Facebook because I know we Facebook messaged each other a while back. But I've been seeing some of the stuff you've been uploading, dude. Dude, his channel caught a boom earlier this year, or maybe it was last year. I don't know. Time does its weird thing.
Yeah.
Dude, he blew up.
Nice.
Man. Like, no, the Illinois, he's super cool. He's super cool.
So we told Matt we wanted Matt. We didn't want Big Red Airsoft on our team.
See.
And same thing with Ross.
See.
So like if you were to join the team, we'd want Royce, not Runner.
It doesn't matter. People don't separate it that way.
I know it doesn't.
Because here's the thing is I would never be able to promote Division on the channel, one. And two, you would never, I probably wouldn't be able to speak about you guys in any official capacity ever at all on any of my social medias. And here's the problem. That does a disservice to you guys as well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. On my channel that I have now, I can have you on, and then I can call that team that hates you guy, and I can have that other guy on next week.
Yeah.
And guess what? And I can hear both sides of the story, and I can talk with you guys, and I think I know the team you're talking about.
We'll talk.
And
offline.
I might, we'll talk offline. But that's the thing is that's why a lot of people look at me like I can't believe Fox sponsored me, and I'm still sponsored, and I kind of bowed out. I had a bad, I didn't have a bad year. I had life happen, and the problem is that when you're like, oh yeah, life happens. There's such a negative. No. I happened. 2020 has not done anything bad to me. Keep that in mind. My 2020, outside of my personal, and by I happened, I mean I happened.
Yeah.
I mean I had to deal with my own personal demons that irrelevant of 2020. 2020 has been a freaking awesome year for me outside of my personal demons that I've had.
All right.
And so, like I said, no, 2020 has actually, because everybody complains about 2020, and honestly, it's not that bad of a year.
So,
guys, if you got any questions down below, this is your time. So if you guys don't start asking questions, we're gonna leave. So start asking questions.
So,
and I have the chat pulled up here. I've got it pulled up here. Snowball grenades. is funny.
You seen the so speaking of Call of Duty, you seen the bear loadout where the dude has the bear skin on his head. It's
Yeah.
Kodiak, I think, is the name of the skin.
Yeah.
John has built that loadout.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah.
No, I saw that at Operation Freedom.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's
he built
like I
that
said,
loadout.
dude. Like I said, my biggest thing is I've always wanted a black and gray loadout. I want a black and gray loadout so bad, especially with my MP5. Come on,
Yep.
that would right, dude. Come on, that would be great.
Hello, Laura.
No, and Laura, I will get out to Republic. I promise I will get out to Republic. And
You wanna shoot for the 21st, and I'll tell you more offline.
Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm like, if I go, I go. I don't care. Like, I will do my best to shoot for the 21st. As long as so the company that I just joined actually just picked up an awesome contract, like a major contract. So there's a very good chance that I will be super busy throughout the rest of the year, which may cut into my airsoft time, but that will also, add to hopefully my savings again. So
And
that's more money for
hopefully
airsoft.
2021 airsoft will be better.
Yeah. Illinois Airsoft 2020 has been pretty all right here. College has just been difficult. Yeah, I've been keeping track with you, man, and it seemed like you kind of went dormant for a while, and I was like, no, because you're actually one of the few channels that I like to watch because you don't do a lot of the drama. By the way, everybody, do me a favor. Go to the Illinois Airsofter, and guys, I mean, he's got way more subscribers than I do. Go subscribe to this guy because he does awesome content. I remember one of the videos he did, was it last year? It was like murking people like John Wick, and he was just going around just mowing people with a pistol, dude. It was great. He's such a cool dude, man. I've talked with him on Facebook a few times. Like, he's such a cool guy. Guys, the Illinois Airsofter, there he is. Go find his channel. He's awesome. Watch his content. The guy is great. And I believe he's also doing some live streams now too. But yeah.
Laura said it's on her when you come down.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. I told you that when I saw you guys at Op Freedom. No, it's not. I support a field means I support a field. It does not mean that field pays for me. No. I support a field. That's why I didn't go to the free weekends on LZ Airsoft, because I know you people, and I know you won't take my money then. So I went the next weekend after that, and I supported you guys. I support you guys means I support you guys. It's no. I'm not letting you do it. No. That's not how it works. What do you guys think about team on team tournaments? Ooh, difficult to do in airsoft.
Airsoft, I don't think it is much. You're pretty much playing Speedsoft at that point. If you're doing objective team versus team,
objective team versus team can work.
It has a possibility.
As long as you have the right objectives.
Yes.
Capture points, I think an Intel one would work. HVT would not work. No, I don't. HVT would not work.
So speaking of team versus team, I have a theory. I have an idea that I trying to get off the ground, where say there's 3 teams, 4 teams, whatever.
See.
Oh
wait, is this that thing you were talking to me about like a year ago?
No. This is totally different. So say.
Are you sure? Because this sounds very similar.
No. So say there's 3 teams. So basically you got 3 teams. One team will be the ref running their game, while the other 2 play, and then it just will round robin. So does that make sense? So say
it again.
So say.
No, say what you just said again. Sorry, I was reading.
3 teams, basically. So we'll run at 3 teams. Or it could be more. One team will be reffing and running the game with their objectives, while the other 2 teams that have no stake in the game, have nothing to say how the game is ran or anything, play the game. And then it basically will round robin. One team will go to the next team will go, those playing will go to running, will be reffing, while the other 2 play. So it's not all the so it's not all solely on one team to run everything.
I want to talk to you about this offline.
Yeah.
Because just too many questions. Snow time games. Hell's yeah, snow time games. I've done a couple of snow time games, and It do suck when you first start the snow time games, but once you get like into it, dude.
Once you get your kid on and start running, there's Daniel right there.
Yeah, no, it's them snow times games.
Daniel,
let's see. Eventually,
Tell Courtney I said hello and congratulations again, guy.
Keeping quarantine to campus, so I haven't been able to play at all until recently. Okay. Well, like, dude, dude, you and I should to the Illinois Airsoft, or you and I, because like, dude, he and I have been talking for years through our channels. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. Dude, you and I need to get together on Facebook, and I'll have to figure out the technology side of stuff. But dude, if we can like Zoom call or something like on a live stream, and I can get you on the live stream.
I know Facebook, you could invite him to join you.
Yeah,
live.
I'll figure out. I got a bunch of tech gurus, but Illinois Airsofter, dude, if you're like down for that, and I do know your real name, I just forget right now because it's been a long time since you and I've actually talked. But yeah, like seriously, hit me up on Facebook, and you and I need to talk because it'd be really cool to have you. And I'll pick an interesting topic, and we can do this the same thing. 45 minutes of conversation, and then everything after that is for the peoples down below. So that would be really cool to have you on the show, and you would actually, if we did that, you would probably be my first like not like in person
Local.
Not my first local one. So let me know.
No, I have not played a Milsim West game. We kind of stick to American Milsim just because they are closer. Being Playas, New Mexico, Fort Hood, and
did you guys do a Lion Claws?
No, I did not. I've personally gone to.
No, wait. What was that? What was that event out in Oklahoma that we dare not speak of anymore?
Mud Crab.
That's right. He spoke of it. I tried not to speak of it. He spoke of it.
Oh, funny
that
part.
was a lead.
So you kind of.
It's Matthew. That's right. Okay. Do you know how many Matts I know? Literally, I am like the only Royce that I know, and I have met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my life. One of them was my grandfather, and the other one is my son.
So,
what's your take on LMG rules?
So this is a hot topic, especially for my team, considering that. Go ahead. That's Ray, by the way, who asked that question.
Because Bryson?
No, not even Bryson.
Bullshit. No, screw you. Anyway, no. LMG rules. Okay. I love this topic because Convoy Bebop runs LMG. I'm supposed to buy one from him. Eventually, we've been talking about that for like 2 years. It's a 249 para. He has it. He's like, I don't like it. Well, you met Convoy.
Yeah.
He got orangutan arms.
Yeah.
249 para, too short.
I run around with a Mark 46.
Yeah, screw you.
Okay. It's a very high capped M4.
It's a very high capped M4. So anyway, so LMG rules. I think that LMG rules should fall under 2 categories. Most people that I know run one category. Let me find where that question was.
It was Ray.
Yep. No. I'm just making sure that I'm there in the chat. So as far as LMG rules are concerned, there is a fairly standard one that I like, and then there's another one that's kind of my own personal alteration of it. You do have the more powerful version, which is usually falls under the 1.89 joules or 1.9. Most people are going to 1.9 joules. Full auto at about a 75-foot engagement distance. So basically, you are just suppressive fire. When it comes to that, I do not mind. I like that rule. I think that's a very effective rule.
It's actually 50 feet minimum engagement.
Depending on what field you go to.
Well, let's say AMS rules.
I've been to fields that are 50. I've been to fields that are 75.
I've never run, especially for a saw.
Huh?
Not for a saw. I have not run across one.
Okay. I have.
All right.
Actually, because predominantly saws will follow the same power limit as a DMR.
Yep.
So any field that has a DMR, such as FAF, who has a 75-foot minimum engagement distance.
I believe it's 50.
Nope, it's 75.
Pretty sure it's 50.
You want to know how I know?
Why?
Because I have Nightmare. And I actually had to ask, and I did a video on it.
All right. All right.
I'll have to go look at the video, but no. But they also don't have saw rules. However, I am also of the opinion that if you do want to run a low-powered saw to use that full capability of that full auto, I think that you should fall under almost the SMG rules.
I can see that.
For 1 joule, because there's got to be a limitation somewhere. That's one thing. That's why I like the 5-weapon class system. But I think that saws and LMGs, saws and SMGs should function under like the 1 joule rule, or saws themselves or any LMG themselves should function under the 1.9. I'm just going to use 1.9, the 1.9 rule. And so you're either going to have an engagement distance or you're not going to have an engagement distance. And I'm sorry, especially after seeing what my MP5 can do, even at 1 joule, you can reach.
Oh, I purchased a Scorpion from Matt.
Oh, yeah.
And it's HPA, and
I purchased a Scorpion. I know the Scorpion that you purchased, and I also know that he bought that from Joshua Green.
Yep. So I bought that, and I've been running it at 1 joule and having a blast with it.
I love 1 joule MP or SMGs. Get that.
But
it's 10-foot minimum. I hate minimum. No. I'm sorry. I think that anything under about 1.5 joules, semi-auto, 1.5 joules, semi-auto, 1 joule, or 1 joule, full auto. I'm sorry. There should be no 10-foot minimum. No, I hate that crap. I hate. The only time if we go over, because if you go over 400 feet a second, which is 1.49 joules. If you go over 1.49 joules or 400 feet per second with a 0.20 gram BB, I think that you should have a 50-foot minimum engagement distance. If you are under industry standard 400 feet a second, there should be absolutely no minimum distance. I'm sorry, that crap irritates the hell out of me because I for instance, I love bang bang rules when they are optional, not when they're mandatory. Because if you're going out there to shoot somebody, you should be able to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Now, and that's why I enjoy fields that are like, hey, if this gun's too powerful, make sure you have a sidearm on you or something else that you can do that with.
So I got a question about the LMG rule for you.
Yeah.
Full autoing into a building from outside the building.
Are you at your engagement distance or not?
Yes.
Okay. If you are beyond your engagement distance, that's no problem with me. If you breach that building, you are now inside of your engagement distance. If you're inside the gate, and you should not be able to do that.
I agree.
Okay.
But I'm talking, say you're laying support on a building, shooting through the window, through the door. Yeah.
I mean, so what are you going to do? You're going to keep that one exit blocked off. And a lot of buildings have multiple windows. They have multiple doors.
Yep.
Like, usually places aren't just like one in, one out. There's some smaller ones that do that. But that doesn't, no. I think that if you are holding your engagement distance, you should be able to shoot into that building from that engagement distance. I do not like rules of fields that say, well, you just can't shoot full auto at a building. I'm like, but that's crap, because what's the difference between them being in there versus them being out here?
Yep.
Okay.
And how about firing out of reverse it? You're firing out supporting at your minimum engagement.
I also think the same thing. I think
should be able to, right?
Yeah, you should be able to. And the reason that I say that is because the minimums are for safety purposes.
Yeah.
The whole inside the building no full auto crap, that's because people have feelers, and that crap irritates me.
Yeah, like I can see.
So for instance,
like you're gonna go clear a building.
Now here's the thing: I have my 1 joule MP5. That ain't gonna hurt anybody. I don't care. I can shoot you right now.
That's why I run mine at 1.
Actually, even you told me one time. You're like, dude, Wilson kind of hurts. You showed me the bruise. You're like,
you got me. It was close, and I legitimately had a bruise.
Yeah, and I was like, but
yeah,
no,
no, I got you. It wasn't until I saw the bruise. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because you sent me a picture. Like, hey, that was Wilson. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I think it just caught you in the tenders. Like,
but you were like, it was like at 10 feet, less than 10 feet away though too.
Oh yeah, no, you were like right there. And so, but no, I think that I should be able to breach a building with my SMG at 1 joule and be able to full auto light up a room. That might hurt some people's feelers. I don't care. Standard rules, because once you start to muddle up rules, it starts to cause more controversy on the field.
I think there should be a standardized rule set across the nation.
I used to agree with you until I actually learned about something.
What you learned?
Insurance companies.
Yes.
That's why we can't actually get a standardized rule set, because insurance companies that operate in different states will have various different rules. And that's what sucks, is that it would be nice to have a standardized rule set, but in order to pull something like that off, you would actually have to start up like a coalition that every field pays into and try to get a national, and that's just not going to happen.
Paintball's able to do it.
Huh?
Paintball's able to do it.
Because paintball has the notoriety. And paintball also has, dude, I've literally watched paintball tournaments on ESPN. When are you going to see that for Airsoft?
Yeah, I know.
It's a totally different. There's a lot of money involved in paintball, and because it has that, Airsoft doesn't have that notoriety
yet.
Yeah. Well, no, not a nip pick, a bruise pick, because it was down here. It wasn't nip. What do you guys all think? Fields having the same FPS limits? I think fields in the same states should work with each other. Like all the fields in Colorado should have the same FPS. All the fields in Massachusetts, all the fields in
by state.
By state, I think they should all adhere to the same FPS. So that way, it's just better for players.
It is.
I think
because like here we can go to FAST, which is 1.5 for a rifleman. And then you go airheads, and it's 1.4, whatever it is.
And usually what we do is we just build our stuff to the lower limits. And the limits are close enough to each other anyway, that especially if you're setting your stuff up right, you're not going to see a loss in
No, you're not.
But I do think that fields should kind of be like, all right, it's going to be standardized across the state to help the players. And I honestly think if the fields came out and did that, like the players would be like, oh, yeah, that's great. Like they would
I want to see more SMG classes.
I agree. I mean, that's why this thing hasn't been worked on yet, because actually...
I heard you're going to HPA it. And I know a guy.
No, I know, because I've been talking to that guy for a year about it.
No, that's our joke. That's our running joke.
Yeah, I know. No, I probably... Beard QB wants you. Beard QB.
Who is Beard QB? I have no idea who you are.
Beard QB, message me on the Facebooks so I know your real name.
Division Airsoft on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep.
Is basically a good way to get a hold of us.
Illinois Airsofter. Oh, hey, cool. People are talking Illinois Airsofter. That's awesome. I think, are we running out of chats right now? I mean, we've been going for quite a while. At this point, actually, we've been going for almost an hour and 15 minutes. So I may cut it right now, guys, because we've been doing this for a hot minute.
Favorite primary?
Huh?
What's your favorite primary?
My favorite primary is... God, I don't... That sucks because I have my different stuff for different reasons. And I use them for different... Oh. All right. My favorite primary is a replica that is not ever shot what it needs to. Like 125 feet just dies.
Your Masada?
My Scar.
Your Scar?
My two-tone Scar. Well, and here's why it's my favorite primary. It was technically like a birthday present from two of my friends. In addition to that, just it being a birthday present from two of my friends, they don't make it anymore. They don't do the two-tone Scars. That was an Airsoft GI two-tone special. They don't do that anymore. And so it's currently in RDD's shop, and when he gets back from his event and has time, he's going to work on it. I was like, hey, man, can you get it done by, this specific time? Because it'd be cool to have it done by that time. That time I will let you know after. But, yeah.
My favorite primary.
Ben Bettis, can you send, which he used to be part of the Unsuds.
Yeah.
Can you send him a patch?
Probably. We'll work something out, Ben.
Yeah.
Give me your...
Yeah, hit him up. Hit me up, Ben. Hit me up. I got...
I know, Ben. we played D&D.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I forget you nerds.
Yeah, we
are
nerds. So my favorite primary, I'm really digging the Scorpion right now.
Yeah. Ergonomics on that are so good.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a pistol for me. But I really like
you're kind of a big boo.
I am a big boy. I'm a giant.
No big boo.
Oh, big boo. Okay. Yeah. My favorite still right now has got to be my Avalon, which I have my Kythera and my UGS stock in it.
Okay.
That thing, it's quiet.
All I heard was M4 with more M4 pulls.
HPA Master Race, no.
I don't actually still have an M4. I have some M4s in the house. They're not mine, though.
No. Well, The Kythera is I think the selling point.
Best beer for after airsoft. Anything as long as it's not IPA.
Cold and wet.
As long as it's not IPA, because the only people that like IPAs are communists and hipsters, and we all know that hipsters are just communists. So
Marcos is saying all of Colorado will be Division.
except for this guy.
Division worldwide.
I'm very stubborn. Oh God. All right, guys. So at this point, I'm gonna cut it because we'll keep going forever. This has actually been a really, really fun chat to have, and I want to say thanks to Jason for making it up here. And I want to apologize to Jason for not having him on sooner because life.
Anytime, man. I mean, this was fun. I mean, I'll come up and BS Airsoft anytime.
Right, guys, go check out Division Airsoft on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And is there another one?
No, that's all we got right now.
Facebook, Instagram, go check out Division Airsoft. Look for that logo right there. That logo will tell you that you have found the proper division. And also, by the way, before I forget to mention it, don't forget to check out CT Airsoft on Facebook. He was the guy that actually contributed the photo for the thumbnail today. And CT Airsoft does some really awesome videos on YouTube when he does get to it, and he does some great photography. So make sure you guys go check him out.
Unfortunately, when you ask me for pictures, I'm usually the one taking pictures.
Yes, I know. And so, no, and CT Airsoft actually sent me a bunch. I was like, hey, dude. And he was like, no, I got you. But so, guys, thank you all so much for joining this live stream. And I will see you guys all next time right here on Runner Airsoft. Have a good one, everybody. Laters.